I'm not a very muscly sort. Although I have actually lost a lot of weight recently. Like, a lot of weight. Like, I actually, like, pants that used to fit me don't fit me anymore because I lost too much weight. They are actually now too fucking big. Because my fat ass dropped like a good stone or so. Pretty much all from, like, dance gaming as well. Pretty much all from fucking dance games. I spent, like, an hour today trying to import my dance game scores into a score manager app on my phone. I've got so many of them that I spent, like, an hour doing that, and I'm only, like, halfway through them. Do you know how many fucking scores I've got? I've got, like, several hundred. It's bullshit. What's the pattern, Chief? Pan B.
Cool.
YOLO. Pattern B is fun. Honestly, both Pattern B and Pattern C are like, oh yeah, Zoku, you left before the end of the true ending last night. We have confirmed a new paradigm. Killer Man has a Pattern fucking D. It's real. Killer Man has a Pattern D. It seems pretty rare, but Killer Man has a Pattern D. I already took the time to, like, write it down, so don't worry about that. Eh.
I disagree.
Yo, Snickerbockers, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I'm gonna hope we don't get Pattern D, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to it at all. How could I possibly be? But, I at least know what the signs of it are. Pattern D is really unusual, right? Because there's just nothing in the morgue. Like, it just actually doesn't exist. There's just nothing in the morgue. Empty morgue is good. It's not that good. It's okay. I did that way too early. What the fuck was I thinking? Boo! Extra fight. That sucks. Taking hits because the game decided I wasn't able to dodge is also bad. I hate the fact that the camera angle will debate me too. I keep failing that fight skip. Hi, Amy. Do, 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 do. Hey, Jaws. The only other thing to take away, right, is that I think I am reasonably sure it is quite possible to get away with literally no buys.
I disagree.
Yo, Amy, thank you for gifting a sub to Authentic Weirdness. Narrow escape. What a concept. I don't wonder how worth tagging these things is, like, time-wise, but I think very. Man, that guy sure was insistent on being a fucking pain. Pattern B. Right, so on pattern B, I'm reasonably sure you can stick the left and not get hit by anything. Yeah, just like that. Easy as 1, 2, 3. That wasn't a zombie, that was a dummy. Did they even look like... I don't think they look like zombies. There are zombies in this game. That's not one of them. I think I might have done that from too far away. I'm about to get the Japanese "you can't use that" here. No, okay. Blessed Illbleed for not being stupid. But yes, it did go for a spin kick. Quite right. Oh, skip cutscene's better. Okay, whatever. He's confused.
Hey, hurry up!
I dislike it when the game does that. People from the local documentary channel interview you about speedrunning in Singapore. It's so baffling to me that, like, that happens. Speedrunning seems like it's taken really seriously by the press sometimes, when it's just like, I don't think it'd be that serious. It don't be that serious, you know? Like, it don't be that big of a deal. That's fucking bullshit. That's trash and the game should be ashamed of itself.
Hey, hurry up!
There's nothing I can really do if this guy's gonna fucking stand on it like a dick. Yeah, that was trash and the game should feel bad about it. It's also flipped me like a bigger piece of shit. Well, that sucks. I think I'm down like a minute here. Right, now we gotta wait 15 minutes. Lamau. Which I was at like 8 minutes going in, so... Wasn't I at 8 minutes last time? Isn't it about 23? Yeah, it's about 23. It's always about 23. Yeah, the 15-minute thing works. We have confirmed that. This is also why I wasn't very worried about my blood rate on this level, because that's why I didn't pick up any, like, blood healing items, because... Right, in the meantime, I'm going to import some of my scores into my phone app for DDR, because now is a great time to do something like that. Where was I? I was on page 5 of my scores. Night of Nights, that's a 15. Oh, it's in Japanese. It makes it really... The fucking alphabet sort, man, for Japanese is confusing as fuck to me. Like, where does Night of Nights go? Question mark. 860k. Over the period is a 15. Over the period... Wow, my score on that one sucks. B rank? I mean, it is over the period, I guess. Dropout. Is that even my best score on Dropout? Somehow, yes. These old scores are whack, man. I don't like them. They're all pretty bad. 866. 630. It's a clear. Horatio is a 15. Fuck you, score tracking app. Don't do that. 823. 70. Yeah, I'm doing the Life 4 thing. I'm doing it. I'm making it work somehow. I have a surprising number of 15s cleared. She has 93 15s, by the way. That's fucked up. $817, $640, that's a clear. Chiro no perfecto sansu kyoshitsu. Why is that a 15? Whatever. 85920, that's a clear. Trip Machine Phoenix. The song aptly known as Dance Dance Revolution. Oh, the challenge chart even. What a spicy player. Why did I do the challenge chart? I don't understand my thought process behind a lot of these older plays. Why was I playing that song in particular? Full combo though. Respectable. Dance Party. E. Oh, I remember now. These are all fucking tournament scores. That's why I was playing that. I didn't pick that song. It came up in random select. Ecstasy. That's a pretty not immediately worthless score, at least. Cigar Apple Mix. Fucking hell, there's 235 fucking 11s, man. How am I supposed to find anything in here? There it is. Fuck me. Oh, that was a full combo as well. Who would have thought? Not bad for a blind play. Yo, Beachside Bunny. The best chart. Don't even at me. Shakunetsu, Beachside Bunny, is where it's at. But my score on it is poop, because I have bad accuracy. Fucking make it better. The best 12. Make it better is so funny. I love Make It Better. Why is it a 12? Theory of Eternity. What a name. What a name Theory of Eternity is. Theory of Eternity is also a full combo. Who would have thought? I'm not counting that score. Because that was a tournament thing where I failed out to end the set. That ain't real. Geisha's Dream. Melody Life. I think that's a shock arrow chart. Clear. Heartbeat Formula. No, not Aoi Udori. Fuck off. I don't give a shit about Aoi Udori. Heartbeat Formula. There's two in here. What the fuck? Heartbeat Formula and Heartbeat Formula. Oh, Vinyl Mix. Right, of course. It truncates the name, so that gets confusing. Clear. Furotsu. I beg your pardon? That's a name. Shining. Does that go under S or under Miss? Because it starts with a symbol. Goes under S, apparently. Fabulous. I love it. Is Indian food really popular in the UK? Yeah, totally. Well, Indian food. We like curry, I guess. Like, for a certain value of, for a certain value of Indian food, I guess. Help Me Aaron, because for some reason the licensed songs were tournament legal, despite them not always as being on the cabinet, but whatever. Trip Machine Survivor, I did shit on that one. Because it's a Trip Machine song, and therefore shit. 916990. I don't think I marked any of these as full combos when I should have, but I don't care that much. Horatio Challenge. I've cleared both Horatios. Why have I done that? I don't know. What a weird thing to do. Start a new day. I think I was just sort of casually working through the 15s at this point. What time am I at from the splits? Nothing. Still got like many minutes of this shit. You see why this takes so long? A, cool speedrun. B, holy fuck, this takes forever to input my fucking scores. Spanish Snowy Dance. That's a good ass chart, yo. That's a hot one, but it's hard as fuck. Another phase. That's close to the top of the list because this actually sorts alphabetically for whatever alphabetically means when you get the Japanese alphabet involved. I always gripe about this because, like, Idola is never where I expect it to be. Because I expect it to be under I. It's never under I. That's not how Japanese works. 5, 6, 4, 30. That is a clear. Really? I don't have a full combo on North Shore. What is Smooch under? That'd be under S, wouldn't it? 4, 9, 7, 10. It's not the worst score in the world, but it's a 12, I guess. Hey, that's page 5 completed. Who would have thought? Oh, there's so many scores on this page. What the fuck? Okay, fuck this shit. They have an order that they sort names by. It doesn't come to mind easily because I'm not native. Like, there is an order, there is an alphabet, like, it goes such and such. Like, you know how at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, like, the fucking, what's-his-face, the colonel is like, Lali Lulelo. That is one of the orders, because it goes under sort of the phonetics. So you have the la sound, and then it's the da, di, du, de, etc. Yes, I've explained that really badly, but I hope you understand what I'm talking about. There is an order. There is an order. But I don't know... I couldn't tell you what it is. So I always get a bit tripped up on it. I have to, like, find what I need, and then... But, okay, so, like, DDR sort is weird, right? Because it doesn't sort by the Gojuon. The Gojuon... Like, don't make fun of me for my pronunciation, okay? Fuck off. It doesn't sort by that. It sorts by letter. And then you have to find what it would approximate as under the English letter, and it's like, ah! Some of them do, some of them don't. Okay, well, I don't know, actually, I've never sorted by fucking name in DDR, I always sort by level. But, like, U-Beat sorts by the Gojuon. And not the alphabet, which means sometimes I have to do the calculation in the other direction. Sometimes I have to take an English name and think, how is this said in Japanese, and then find it under the Gojuon. Whereas, like, sometimes I have to perform the calculation in the other direction, where it's like, okay, this is in Japanese, what English letter does this correspond to? And it's like, I get it wrong a lot. And sometimes I just do, like, boneheaded shit, like, especially when titles mix the alphabets together. In the case of Shakunetsu Beachside Bunny. Where half the title is Beachside Bunny in English, which means it just gets called Beachside Bunny by most people. But because it's got kanji at the very start that translates to Shakunetsu, you don't find it under B, you find it under sh. Because it's Shakunetsu, which is like, it's really easy to forget that that's there. I find that confusing and difficult. Well, that doesn't really matter, because there's only so fast I can do this anyway, but that's still annoying. Don't walk, Erica. Sounds like a pain? It can be a pain. Absolutely, it can be a pain. If you're not a native speaker, I think the, learning how to do the alphabet sort in your head is tricky. And honestly, I imagine it's kind of difficult even for Japanese natives to fucking do this stuff in both directions sometimes, depending on the Bamani game I'm talking about. Like, oh, this English name, like, what the fuck, how do you pronounce this shit? Like, how do they think you're supposed to pronounce this? And then put it into one of the Japanese sounds, and it's like, I can imagine even a native speaker probably gets fucked up on that sometimes. I can't imagine that's easy for, like, anyone. You say, you're glad the English alphabet isn't that hard? I don't know, I think it's really just because I'm not used to the Gojuon that I have, like, difficulty with it, but the English alphabet order is just as completely arbitrary. At least, like, the Japanese order follows sound order, so, like, the ras are... That didn't come out right. Fuck it. The sounds that sound similar are bunched together. There are some, like, funny exceptions to that, but, like, it makes sense if you think, like the Japanese do rather than how the English do. It's grouped by sound, not by letter, but, like, the sounds are the letter. Like, there's sa and there's za, which, like, those would be bunched together because they're the same sound. Because they are the same sound, but they wouldn't be represented with the same letter in English. That's why bouncing between the two gets very confusing. Depending on whether the game uses Romaji sort or Gojuon sort, which is like... That's, oh, that's confusing. And again, I imagine even Japanese people have a hard time with that. I don't think that's easy for anyone to do. I don't know if a separate split for the weight would really help me that much. Luigi's Mansion 3 is good? No, it's a Nintendo game. I don't think it is good. Everyone knows Nintendo games are bad. I mean, I'm a useless bitch, right? Because I bought Pokemon Shield today as well. Purely so I'd have something to play on my Switch when I travel down to London that wasn't fucking Groove Coaster. I decided that Pokemon was probably a better use of my money than fucking Groove Coaster. That was a much better fight, at least. Kevin's dead. Kevin's dead. Also, fun shit, right? I had to replace the light bulb in this room again for like the millionth time because it once again fucking blew. The electrics in this place suck. Computer seemed fine. Like, computer showed no signs of having powered off at any point, but fucking the light bulb blew again. Just, this light bulb blows tremendously often. Doesn't matter what fucking light bulb I'm using. But it seems like I'm always replacing this shit. I think Ring Fit's a bit pricey for what it is, but I don't think it's a bad game. Thing is that, like, it's hard to review because I would review it the same way I would review Exercise as a concept. Which is to say, it's sometimes quite rewarding, and often surprisingly compelling. But also, it's a bit of a grind and hard to stick with. And I also don't suspect that most people who play it will ever actually finish it. You will? I doubt it. I don't think, like, 99% of the people who touch it will finish it. It's long as hell, for one thing. It's long as hell, and, like, you can't just decide, okay, I'm gonna game for, like, 8 hours and fucking burn through it in one monster session. You cannot do that with Ring Fit. I mean, I guess you can, but good luck. The only workout game I've been in for the long haul is DDR, and that really has a little to do with the working out part of it. I just like having scores. And beats. Beats and scores, you know? Two of my favorite things in life. Beats and scores. I'm going to the arcade again this weekend, and no one can stop me. I'm going to complete more songs. My goal right now with DDR is to complete every song in the game on at least expert. Just every single one. Which I've calculated there's about 900. So that might take a while. How long is a Ring Fit speedrun? There isn't one. It's too long. No one's done a single segment full run of it, and no one will. At best, you might see a partial game run. That's what I think is the most likely. Oh, skip, what the fuck? Don't give me that shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, someone did submit World 1 Intensity Level 30 to GDQ for their, like, post-release game thing that they do now that I also didn't submit for because I don't like it. But that, and I've already committed to not going to GDQ at this point. It's too late to reverse course on that. I also don't think I would have had anything to submit in the first place. But it, like, kind of bugs me that, like, Ring Fit is getting submitted and will probably get in, because it's like, well, you know, I kind of wanted to submit that the next time game submissions rolled around, but now I don't get to, because post-release submission period, woo. Yeah, but Bait and Kaitos 100% you can sleep during. Ring Fit you cannot. In fact, most of that run is sat on your ass doing nothing. Ring Fit would be like a full day of, like, moving around and shit. Like, 24 hours. It's a long fucking game, Will. What's the main criteria for true ending? New game plus, make all your friends die. So for the most part, it's actually not that distinct from any percent. Yeah, other than, like, the first stage, we have to hang out like an asshole for 15 minutes waiting for Kevin to die. Which is, that owns tremendously, and isn't annoying as fuck. We'll pay $20 for Kevin skip. Skipped me a fight by doing that, by the way. But can I skip this fight? There's not a fight here. I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, 50 minutes is more palatable of a wait time than 50, I guess, so we do have that going for us. Also, hey, combatless fucking start. Greenie, that's not a dumb purchase. It's just 15 minutes. I think the 50-minute thing was either me overestimating or maybe it's both. I don't know. Either way, 15 minutes after getting halfway through the maze seems to be correct. Speaking of making purchases, I want to add another plushie to my collection. I want to add a Cacodemon, because I know they make Cacodemon plushies. Did not skip cutscene. Shambles. Yeah, and the 15-minute thing ended up working out, so... You still have to sit on your ass for 15 minutes for Kevin to die, which is not palatable, really. Meaning I'd never submit this to a marathon. Whereas submitting, like, any percent maybe good ending as, like, a donation goal, considering good ending is really not that much different from standard any percent. Becomes a lot more, doable. Like, I think I could submit Illbleed with, like, an hour-and-a-half estimate and be fine. What am I doing? If I ever get around to going and recording, like, runs of Dusk, though, I'd have a dilemma. I'd have a dilemma on my hands about what to submit, though. Because I got 3 Silent Hill games I could submit. 4, actually, if you include Origins, although I think Origins odds are pretty in the hole. Which I think is slightly unfair, but whatever. Oh, fuck off, game. The Japanese equivalent of you can't use that here. Just as wrong now as it is in English. You're gonna burn a worm to death in the stage, right? Whereas lately I'm retaking in the trilogy of horror games made by Yahtzee Croshaw, where like it's all about like a haunted idol or something, but you can't burn it because otherwise the ashes spread the evil all over the universe or something. But then he retconned that into, he just didn't want to do it because it was like part of some prophecy or something that said not to do that. Yeah, the Chizo Mythos games. They're a fucking weird set. But they're also all like 20-minute speedruns. So that's something. Ow. Thanks, game. Very cool. Counter hit. Counter hit. Counter hit. No counter hit. How dare you? Eriko and the audacity of this bitch. That's counter hit. That's dead is what that is. Yeah, those games actually have runs. The average fucking Yahtzee game has more runs than Illbleed does. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Furthermore, Yahtzee actually seems to quite like the speedrunning community for whatever reason.
Uh-huh.
Like, he openly tweets, like, the speedrun.com pages for his games from time to time. He retweeted something I tweeted about a group of people who were getting together a tournament of Pre-Flight Panic at ESA. Because that was something that people were doing at one point. Don't know why I tagged that. Kind of no point, really. I can hazard a fucking guess what's about to hit me. Right, that's back sword blade. I already tagged everything.
Cool. Cool.
Actually, hang on, what fucking pattern am I on? I didn't read that correctly at all. So we don't have blood and box on this pattern, do we?
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yoink.
Cool.
No, she has to be naked for this to work. Oh, fuck. That didn't work. That sometimes doesn't work, which is slightly annoying.
Cool.
I knew that as well. I'm reading my notes wrong again, like a fucking rube. This isn't pattern D. This is just me being stupid. Read your fucking notes right, you dickhead. What did you miss last time? Well, I actually don't know if pattern D exists on this level in particular, but pattern D is definitely a thing for Killer Man. Killer Man has a pattern D, and my first run of True Ending got pattern D, which it was quite awkward. But I recognized quickly that I was on a pattern that I had no understanding of, at the very least. That sucks.
Cool.
Yeah, Yazzie's... Oh, fuck, I mashed too hard. No. Yeah, Yazzie's the kind of guy who can crank out a lot of shit real quick. Huh, that's weird. Oh, no, it isn't. Again, I'm not reading my fucking notes correctly.
Cool.
I'm, like, determined to psych myself out on this for some reason. It's not an unusual pattern. It's pattern fucking B. Read your notes. I keep thinking I'm on pattern A. I'm not on pattern A. And then I'm getting confused. It's like, oh, wait, this doesn't happen on pattern A. And it's like, no, it doesn't, because it's pattern B, you dipshit. Wrong one. I did it again. That's pattern A.
Cool.
Go boldly. Don't be a dickhead. Okay, maybe don't be that bold, though.
Cool.
Cool. You know pattern B. You know this. You know what you're doing. So between actually knowing what I'm doing and also having a New Game Plus file with a fully maxed out error code, I've come to believe that buying items is mostly unnecessary. Like, even kill a department store, I don't think you need to do it. Purely because, like, a maxed out blood reduction stat is, like, very effective at culling the losses from that. And that's really the only stat you have to worry about. Health items are common enough that you don't have to care very much. So I'm keen to save some time by not spending that time doing pointless buys, even if it does mean I'm playing riskier than I otherwise would. All the puppets walk like they shit themselves. They're puppets. It's funny that you say that about Illbleed, though, because you know how many fucking times I get that comment for every Silent Hill game? Hey, Geek Etiquette. I see that bitch. You see this bitch? I see this bitch. When this bitch be in such a position, you gotta go around. It goes okay. It goes so far. So far, I'm a master of psyching my ass out on this particular level, though, when it comes to what trap pattern I've got. Like, when you logically know what's what, and you're determined to do it wrong anyway. Yeah, so I have gauze, right? Meaning if I do take substantial blood damage, I'll be fine. There's a kaiseki I can pick up in this next room coming up, such that if I need health, I could spend that. Which I don't think I will, but that's the, you know, like, the backup of backups in case you really, really fuck it up. And get hit by, like, a bunch of shit you're not meant to. Considering I have barely taken any damage, I think I am clear to just skip it. But I know it's there. It's on my left. But I ain't picking it up, because I don't fucking need it. I wish there was just a marginally more efficient way of doing this, but there really isn't. fuck, don't get stuck on things. That's super inconvenient. Oh, he's right in my fucking periphery. That sucks. The audacity of this bitch to still be chasing me at this point, by the way. I got stuck on something. How about we don't do that? He's still fucking chasing me. That's not good. I mean, on the plus side, I guess it, like, if that guy is still following me, it despawns the guy up here. Because, like, the game is not that cruel. It won't let, like, more than one of them chase you at the same time. This is Illbleed, Dragonheart. Tagging that was just for fun, I guess. Mortal Kombat! No, don't hit me. That's inconvenient. See, it's like I didn't take any damage at all.
Cool.
I didn't tag that one on purpose. There's no point. Because you don't actually get... Wood puppets have that advantage of not getting knocked on their ass, which I guess is useful if you're playing as like a different character. This guy seems like he just ignores stun a lot easier than the first guy for some reason. Not that it matters. I'm doing fine. Some patterns have 3 fights rather than 2, which is a bit rude. It's quite strange, yes, Dragonheart. Right, see, I had the gauze in case I needed to heal, but, like, I don't need to heal, really, do I? Fix hitbox. Okay, that came out really quick, and it should not have. And dead. Pause of shame. Yeah, look at my stats. You don't need to heal. You just don't. You don't take very much damage. For my purposes, that's good. It's quite weird, though. Mint. Hey, glad you liked the GDQ run, man. Enough to stop by. I'm assuming you liked it, because you came here. Doing kill a department store with no buy is definitely the weirdest thing. Trolley pattern? I already opened it, so I'm tagging it. Fuck you guys. Not trolley pattern. Okay. So now it rides on the tongues. What do the tongues have to say about my pattern? Move forward, genius. It's pattern C.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
At least I think it's pattern C. It's pattern C.
Cool. Cool.
Tag it, you fucking lunatic. Come on.
Cool.
Again, I don't know why I even bother having notes for these, because it doesn't matter. You have to tag both anyway. The premise of this game is that there is a super scary amusement park called Illbleed, where people who survive it get $100 million, but no one has survived yet because everyone fucking dies when they go to Illbleed. And then one of your mates is like, yo, I won invitations to the super fucking deadly amusement park, and that sounds mint. Do you want to go? And Erica's like, nah. But then they all go, and they go missing, so Erico goes afterwards, and that's the game. That's why I'm playing as Erico now. Hellcake gets to come with us on this run, by the way. Because I don't pick up a healing item at the store. Which means Hellcake is my new best friend. It also means I might eat Hellcake.
Cool.
Yeah, this is the second run through. This is New Game Plus,
Cool.
where it's implied that Erico returns alone, but the New Game Plus doesn't actually have like the capacity to just remove the other characters from the game, so we have to let them die instead. Although they're all dead now, so you don't have to worry about them.
Cool.
What's at the back of her head? It's a hair clip. People ask that question surprisingly often. It's just a hair clip. Dang it. That sucks. Time to take damage. Yeah, that's some damage, alright. See my clever technique of winning the fight and then standing perfectly still to not aggravate the bleeding gauge any further. That was a giant roach, yes. It wants meat, so we gave it meat, but whether or not it leaves after we give it meat is completely random. I only carry 3, because that's the minimum required to get past it, and I kinda, like, bank for the good RNG. But I don't get it very often. It's like, oh, why don't you just carry more meat? Because the more meat you carry into the final, like, room where I, you know, killed a piece of chicken there, the more meat you have to fight, and that makes that fight take longer.
Cool.
So you don't want to take more meat into that fight. That's no good.
Cool.
Right now it's time for the worst fight in the game. The one that single-handedly normally justifies buying items for, but which I'm being a big dick person by not. So I might just die here. How much time would you save just eating the damage in this New Game Plus? You would lose time, because it is faster to give them chicken if they take it and fuck off. The problem is that they very often don't. But I hit you first. I'll take the counter hit, I don't give a shit. Fuck. Fuck double. Okay. Oh, actually that set me up quite nicely. How about that? That was a clean dodge and the game fucked up on me. I dislike that. Like, this game has a dodge mechanic and it doesn't work on these guys because the game just decides that it doesn't work on these guys. You can't dodge their attack. That would make too much sense. Nice miss, Eriko. Very well done. Strong plays from Eriko Christie. And they hit me first, so my attack chance is now gone. That wasn't even them trying to hit me, they just sort of did. That wasn't even close to being a hit, and the game should feel ashamed of itself. That's my chance. And I win. And you may notice I'm not bleeding at all. I have lost a decent chunk of health, but I'm not bleeding at all. I know, just the New Game Plus fully maxed out artificial plasma is incredibly potent. What fucking pattern am I on? Pattern C, right? Yeah, pattern C.
Cool.
Where'd I even find this game? I don't know, I've had it for a while. I mean, I haven't had a physical copy for a while, I've only had a physical copy recently.
Cool.
But I've played this game many a time over the years.
Cool. Cool.
I think I played this for the first time because Stop Skeletons from Fighting made a video on it once. And I was like, oh, this game seems neat. What's it like? So I gave it a try, and it was in fact quite neat.
Cool.
I don't know, like, I quite liked it. I got attached to it pretty fast. Apparently that's just the sort of taste in video games that I have.
Cool.
I.e. outrageous idiot trash. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, this game isn't, you know, like a flawless, unrecognized masterpiece. It is jank as fuck in many places. Like, the platforming of which it will make you do is quite bad. The combat is quite bad. It also does shit like that. That was completely unavoidable and there's nothing I could have done about it. Yo, a nice angle game. Really good. I like how I hit her, but the game decided that it didn't count. That bites. Do you ever get your clothes back? No. I'm disoriented now because of that. That's not a fight I want to take, and it's not a fight I should even get into in the first place, but the game decided for me there, rather than me having a say in it. That sucks. She's blocking the way now. I'm gonna do my best to skirt this, but I don't think it's gonna work. Well, it might just about. Just about. Considering I got one bullshit encounter already, I demand I don't get another. I just said I first found this game when I think the YouTube channel Stop Skeletons from Fighting made a video on it way back when he was like the happy video game nerd rather than Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Okay, well we dodged the second fight at least. Yeah, well this is New Game Plus, meaning Eriko has been upgraded to her maximum stat capacity, because this game has fucking character progression and upgrades that you must find. A maxed out character in this game, and particularly a maxed out Eriko, is a fucking Terminator. I have consumed Hell Cake. Well, the game does establish that Eriko's heart is, like, strong as fuck. Eriko's, like... There's a stat for your heart, like how calm you are. And Eriko starts with a maxed heart. Like, her heart is strong as fuck from the word go. That's not even something you need to put any points into. Her heart is just... beast mode. I'm gonna get stabbed for that, but okay. And that. And this, probably, yeah. Fortunately, it's New Game Plus, so whatever, I can just take the trade. Whereas, if this was not New Game Plus, right, that would have done half my life. Like, not even kidding. That's, like, it makes such a huge fucking difference. It would have done half my life in both, the green and red gauge. Like, no character starts with any points in their blood loss reduction, and you can put, like, 9 in. That's probably my least favorite, like, mini-game portion of this at all. Dude, for what it's worth, reading the UI, you just need to understand the health gauges because the fucking sensors are pointless. They don't work. Nice. Input drop into fucking pause. Thanks, game. I love that. Love it when I menu too fucking quickly and the game doesn't recognize it in time. Alright, that's a boss. We're gonna ignore him, though, because we can't kill him. And we're wasting our time by trying. We are instead going to go up fat stacks of cash to the secret control room. This is what you're supposed to do, by the way. This isn't like a weird alternate thing. This is just how this stage is supposed to be played. And where we steal the remote control from this hard-working idiot who staffs Illbleed. And by hard-working, I mean buffoon. Also, Eriko gets her clothes back for no particular reason. But that's just because they didn't model her not wearing clothes in this particular animation. They'll be gone again as soon as this is done. And that's it, they're gone. See you later, clothes.
Uh-huh.
I'm fucking Eriko Christie, I don't need clothes. Also, we're about to lose more clothing on this level. Like, this is actually not the furthest down this goes. Yo, Illbleed true ending is awesome. I am no clothes McGee. For the record, her clothes ripping does actually have like a story purpose, but it's like it's yikes. It's fucking Illbleed. You lure out the madman behind the park by nature of your hot body. I didn't make that up. That's actually Illbleed's like reason for this being the case. This game got a I was about to say a T, but it didn't because this game I think came out before rating boards were a thing. I think it might have gotten a T in America. Isn't that dude your dad? Yes! Yes, he is! Thank you for noticing. Okay, back right pool.
Cool.
The thing about this that I think is sketch is that I don't know how this works now. Ah, we're on pattern fucking D again.
Cool.
Or actually, is that always there? I'm not sure. Yeah, we're on pattern D again. Damn it. Is this just a New Game Plus thing? Do I always get pattern D on this? You're never allowed to tag this one. I got hit by that again. Oh my god, no! I disagree, game. I was not close enough for that. Fuck, dude. Now I gotta play, like, slow and boring and stuff.
Cool.
I think this might just be a New Game Plus. I've gotten this pattern twice on New Game Plus, and I don't think it's a... like, this doesn't happen otherwise. But it's the same one. It's the same shitty pattern. YOLO. That works at least. Fucking pattern D. On New Game Plus or some shit. That's happened twice now, and it's, like, super weird. Like, that's it. That's pattern D. Right there. It's the fucking ceiling fan that gets me, because it's the second fucking ceiling fan. And I got hit by the saw blade, which is like... No, I don't even think I was remotely close enough for that to happen. Like, I straight up disagree. Game is wrong. Pattern D struck again. I think it might just be a New Game Plus thing. Or maybe I'm just really unlucky, but yeah, pattern D. I have it written down, but like I'm not used to it. It's the second fucking ceiling fan that gets me because I'm not... I got the bloodstain right this time, but the ceiling fan, because it's the second one, and it's like, why is that a scare? That's cheap as fuck. So Arconius, thank you for gifting us up the Dragon Heart. That second ceiling fan trap is total garbage. Like, I implore you to reconsider. fucking random bit of the ceiling lands on your head and is like, okay, thanks. I don't like that. I don't like that either of the ceiling fans are a trap. You can't see them. There's no logical connection there. Nor would you ever think to tag something that far up. Because, yeah, this is now the only stage where I have confirmed the existence of at least 4 patterns.
Cool.
I'm willing to be wrong about this, but I also believe pattern D exhibits the smelly scare. Yes, it does. I'm not used to pattern D, and I don't like my notes aren't super comprehensive on this front. I think I picked the wrong corner. I may have noted that wrong. I did. I notated that one wrong. Close enough, right?
Cool.
Like, can you really blame me? That's a pattern D thing, because it's always the first... A first playthrough of this game is often quite slow and methodical, yeah. Whereas if you aren't, like, a batshit insane person like me, then you may very well not know literally everything that's happening. That did not tag the part I actually pointed at. Thank you, game. Good thing I have all this adrenaline spare. Particularly useful for pattern D, considering I'm not that used to it. She's still wearing shoes. Hell, I believe she's wearing, like, platform sandals or something. It's weird. Sandals with heels. Strange women clothing. Yeah, so in spite of pattern D kind of fucking me over early in the first bit of the warehouse, I adapted fairly well to the rest of it. And then the game dropped my input for the menu. Thank you, game. Congratulations on getting 100 bits for being a part of the ad machine. I'll play an ad right now. Fuck you. Can't escape ads. Their ads are everywhere. You ever get concerned about how, like, prevalent personalized advertising is these days? Like, I'm almost certain the YouTube algorithm knows that I'm the same person on my work computer and at home because it recommends some of the same videos in both. Or maybe it just recommends those videos generally, I don't know. That's entirely possible, but I don't know. It strikes me as a bit more than a coincidence. Right, so pattern D is fucking weird because there's not a single scare in the morgue on pattern D. Not a one. Not anywhere where we care about it, at least. I'm willing to be proven wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't one. Ecdysis, thank you for 1 singular bit. I missed that. I can't hear the notifications when I'm doing a console game, so, like, that's a limitation of my setup. I don't know, targeted advertising is... It's often quite, like, blatant. I was looking up shirts on Redbubble once at work, when, like, I shouldn't do that, by the way, but anyway. Point is, I started getting ads for Redbubble everywhere, and it's like, yeah, I know. I wanted the shirts, that's why I looked them up. And it's like, that's like the really easy, blatant shit. Is this the fastest pattern then? Doesn't really make much of a difference. Like, given that I got hit like 3 times, no. In all honesty, I would much rather have pattern B. Although, actually, pattern D has no scares for the can section, and nothing past the fight, so actually pattern D might be, strictly speaking, ideal if I can get to fucking grips with the fucking stupid ceiling fan scare. I see, I only wonder how much worse it is in America, because, you know, like, I'm from Britain, and we have, like, laws about this sort of thing. Stricter laws, although we're Britain, not, like, a sensible country like, say, Germany. So, we're less strict, but still somewhat strict. Like, targeted advertising is, like, A-okay, but that fucking bizarre thing that phones do, where, like, if you have a weird conversation about something and you start getting ads for it because the phone picked up on keywords, that's like, comedically illegal. Yeah, that happens everywhere, I think, Dragonheart. Like, I get the same thing if it weren't for the fact that I use, like, adblock everywhere online, so I don't see them that much. For the most part, Amazon just, like, when I get ads on my mobile, it just shows me what I was looking at on Amazon last, which I probably already fucking bought. And it's like, yes, I was in fact looking at copies of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now show me copies of Pokemon Sword, and it's like, no, I already bought Shield. I'm good, thanks. Maybe that's because she forgot to log a period in an app she was using. The world is fucked. My boys, that's not comfy. Touch this dude. No. Oh, don't run away. Don't be a coward. Fuck. Why did I shoot? Dodge, idiot. I took the damage instead. That wasn't very large-brained of me. Shoot! Oh, where is he? Bitch. Shoot. Shoot. Bitch, get over here. No, I had the loop. Shoot. Yeah. Get him out of here! He's a buster! Yeah, I try and limit apps that can have my location data as well. I say try, right? Because I remember seeing an article on Kotaku about how, like... By the way, we lost all our clothes now. We have, like, literally nothing on. We have fabric over our nipples, and that's it. But I remember reading an article on Kotaku about Pokemon Go players and like people being surprised at how much data that game tracks. It's like, wow, this game, with this data, you could work out where you live and where you regularly go. And I'm just like, yeah? Like, yeah. Like, wishing no offense to those people, in what fucking way is that a surprise? It knows literally everywhere you fucking go. It's a geo-tracking game. Of course it can tell where you live and where you fucking work. Think it would, you say it would hope it would not remember that, but it kind of has to, because the game, you know, has to know where you've been for some parts of it, like gyms and shit. It doesn't need to remember the exact route, but like the mere like spread of your gym patterns will tell the story by itself. Like, even in just fucking, like, friend-to-friend communications, right? Like, people send you gifts that you get from certain Pokestops, and it sends you a little postcard of the location you got the gift from when you send it to another player. And I was like, oh, this is cute, especially because Zoku sends me really good landmarks. That's great. I like that. But also, it means you can get a really fucking good idea of approximately where someone lives. I keep doing that too early. Oh, it's Pattern C this time. Who would have thought? The Stadia controller has a microphone. Oh, damn it. Ugh, that's big damage too. Straightforwardly, that's just a mistake. That's not, like, nefarious pattern D, that's me just not reading my notes correctly. Probably bound to get smacked in the head a couple more times as I do this. Don't know why I marked that, but I did. Right. Is this the one with the fight in it? Yeah, it is. Tag it, you fucking dolt! Christ almighty, Court. So it makes this true ending. You get the true ending. That's what makes it true ending. I did that too early. Ah! Fuck. Okay, so... Emmeline. You're not seeing this because we're currently playing as Cork, right? But every single time we've allowed one of our friends to die in Illbleed, Eriko has lost clothes. And because this is near the end of the game, Eriko is buck fucking naked at this point. Like, not even an exaggeration, she is butt fucking naked. Really? You can't tag that? Why can't I tag that? Tag it, you fucking dolt. It's in a different place on Pattern C. It's also in a bullshit place, apparently. Hello, game? Can you not? Yeah, she doesn't take her clothes off, they get ripped. They are destroyed. And at the end, we eventually lure out the full mastermind, the true perpetrator behind the whole park, by virtue of our naked body rousing him out of his sexless slumber. That's only like half a joke, by the way. That's actually sort of pretty much how it goes. John Illbleed, no, Michael Reynolds, but... It is also then revealed, and we will not be discovering when this is revealed because we are doing a speedrun, that Michael Reynolds is Eriko's dad. Begs the question about the name, but... Because Eriko's last name is Christie. And the reason Eriko came all the way back to Illbleed a second time is that she was a victim of what is basically child abuse when she was young at the hands of her father. Where, like, he tested all of his, like, scary traps and shit on her. But as a result of that, Eriko is, like, no longer scared of anything. This manifests in the form of her having a special power in-game. You really can't tag it from that angle, huh? You're really gonna be awkward about this. This manifests in the form of her having a special power in-game where she doesn't get, like, knocked down upon encountering an enemy. And she wants her sense of fear back. She's kind of pissed off about that. Her friends don't come back with her a second time. That's just a concession the game makes because they didn't actually remove the partner characters for the second run. The canonical thing is that Eriko goes back alone, but in order to have that take place, you have to kill your friends in-game because they're not supposed to be there, if that makes sense. Just imagine they're not there at all for New Game Plus. Hi, Bayleaf. You like my shirt? I like it too. It says 0-2, it was close though. You can't see the bottom bit of it. You can't see bottom text. Yeah, no, they're high school students. Damn it. Yeah, and in the end, we get all the way to the true ending, where Eriko's dad makes her play one final game of trying to finally scare the shit out of her, and it doesn't work, because Eriko is so fucking bold that, like, even his biggest, scariest super scares do basically nothing against her. It's actually really anticlimactic. But then, he finally, then Eriko scares him in return, badly enough that he has a fucking heart attack and dies, and then transforms into a giant monster, and that finally scares the shit out of Eriko. Then, so you spend, like, the first bit of the true ending fucking crawling around on your hands because Eriko is like, what the fuck? That didn't hit me. You are wrong. Fat controller laughed. You are wrong, he says. Dodging is pointless, because, like, it never... You can't dodge two hits in a row. It doesn't work. I'll take that hit, because I got 2 rings for it. Couldn't get that one, though. That's disappointing. I got that one, though. That was an extremely good fight, by the way. Like, it looked like I got hit a bunch, but I got, like, multiple ring 2 cycles. And somehow I only saved 1 second. Disappointing. Right, now we're gonna do the final section. See, there's Eriko, butt-ass fucking naked. I told you, Amelin. I wasn't... Do you think I would tell untruths? Yeah, the finale is completely different on True Ending, and honestly I don't really know it that well, so that's fun. We need the axe, because we actually do use the axe for this, because the final boss thing is like a sequence of 2 fights. Final explanation. You get the special horror monitor from Michael Renildo. Watch me fuck this up, by the way. Oh. I've already fucked this up. It's okay, because that did basically nothing. I thought we were supposed to find things, of which there is one here. Isn't there? There it is. Why has it got to be like a weird bitch? I'm gonna tag that one so I don't eat shit. Is there really nothing here? What the fuck?
Cool.
The super scares don't really do anything to you. I thought there was one per thingy. Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong, I guess. I mean, well, I was right, but I was wrong about where I thought it was located. The last one's on this guy, except it isn't. Does this fucking change? Does this move? Is that the sitch here? Whatever. Oh.
Cool.
It's not the bag, then? That changes. That definitely fucking changes. That's why that's being annoying. Right, final boss. Anyway, Eriko's now really scared because her father transformed into a gelatinous head, which seems fair to me. Fuck, you have to dodge twice. Also trying to get owned by beams of lightning. Inconvenient at the best of times, I assure you. Where is it? Yeah, so this is much faster if done with the axe. Like, it's comical how much faster this is if you do it with the axe. Rather than trying to shoot the fucking guy like I was the last attempt I did at this. So much fucking quicker if done with the axe. Holy shit. Second phase. Anyway, Eriko is currently scared out of her fucking wits. Which, that's a really good time to change direction, by the way. Thanks, game. Avoid the spirits. And now we use gun. You can't hit this dude with a melee weapon. If he's just gonna stand there and take it, I'm just gonna keep shooting him. Eriko, you're not hitting anything. You can't stack 2 attacks like that on top of each other. That's fucking rude. Oh, but he can and he does. Check out this MS Paint attack. It's my favorite. He's stacking 2 attacks on top of each other. That's bullshit. You can't do that. It's banned by the Geneva Convention. Sneak a hit in. That didn't actually hit, but I tried. Snuck a hit in there. Oh, that hit me, did it? Fortunately, this guy doesn't really do that much damage, so, like, whatever. With a fully upgraded character, at least, the final couple bosses they're kind of chumps, honestly. Although getting stuck in the fucking loop like this is bad for one's health. If you could, like, not flip me when you do that. That's a new one. I've never seen him do that. Eriko, you're not actually hitting this guy. He just like slam dunked. What even hit me there? Wanna like the Tic Tacs finally catch up? Look at this clown being like all on the other end of the fucking world. I'm trying my best to get like extra pot shots in while I can. I can kill shot this one. Game. That's why, you see why I wanted to do the run again, right? Because I did not like my final boss attempt at all on my first go. I was like, why the fuck did I fight that guy with the gun? That took ages. So like that time I axed the first phase to death and that was minutes better. It didn't seem right that I would just like not save 7 minutes where possible. Yeah, 14 minutes off my any percent world record, which means there's lots of time to save on any percent, incidentally. Because true ending is 15 minutes. Well, I suppose it's not. You have to wait 15 minutes for Kevin to die, sure, but then you save time by not buying in a bunch of levels, whereas you do have to buy in any percent. There's no 2 ways around that. So it's not inherently 15 minutes slower. Although the final fucking sequence takes a shit ton longer on true ending. Ready to submit to HDQ? I could submit this to HDQ, but like I'm unconvinced they'd take it. They don't take most things, and Illbleed is a really weird and kind of hard sell. Maybe for silly games done quick, I don't know. It is SGDQ coming up.
I disagree.
Wow, a year
True
and a
ending would
half.
definitely not be the ending to push. Go, thank you for 12 months. Thank you very much. Wow, a year and a half. Yeah, it's straightforward any percent is the more sensible choice. There's not 15 minutes of sitting on your ass doing nothing, for one. I would have liked to have shown you guys the final cutscene where Eriko finally gets her sense of fear back, but that counts against timer. So, fart noises. I don't think the in-game time actually stops counting until credits, which is, I mean, we don't go off the in-game timer for this game, but like it's close enough to RTA that I'd prefer to keep it that way. Just mash the cutscenes. Just fuck it. Just mash the cutscenes. There's Eriko and her dad. Her dad's now dead. $138.34. Stop the local recording. It's a much better run of True Ending, at least. What? Oh, that's what. Delete this. Acquire new footage. And observe the epilogue.
The new president of the Horror Research Club will now be me, Kevin Kurtzman, due to the fact that our old president Eriko is just not the same anymore. Poor Eriko. Once fearless and strong, she turned into a vulnerable little girl who needs a fearless knight in shining armor to protect her, like me. Yeah. And the sad part is, I can't go to the horror house with her anymore.
Right, what does this say? Because this says something different in Japanese. That definitely says 2002 Joyopolis, right? But it's like hidden with a bloodstain, presumably to dodge the copyright. That definitely says Joyopolis.